Okay guys, Grimscreed here, and we're bringing you a tutorial video today of the 75G achievement No One Escapes Alive, which is a small part towards a two-stage Easter egg. So the first one obviously being 75G No One Escapes Alive, where you construct the plane and fly to the Golden Gate Bridge. Parts are scattered all around the map, and you have to do a sequence of things in order to unlock certain areas in order to gain access to the plane parts. Now the first part I'm doing here is I've just electrocuted that 1 volt meter, which opens up the gates below me, and I'm now zapping this control panel eventually, which lowers down the warden's key, which you'll need to unlock specific locked areas. Excuse me, I've just had some pop and I've got hiccups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the warden's key, which is very well needed. So I'd probably advise, big tip, get the warden's key first before you start looking for plane parts. Just for the sheer fact that it's going to help you in the long run, otherwise you end up going back on yourselves and not using the most of afterlives and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to go back into Afterlife now, just so that I can turn on the washing machine, the good old retro washing machine, so that we can get the linen or cloth. I believe it's what do they call it? It's like prisoner uniforms, I presume they are, or they call them in the uniforms as the actual part. So yeah, I'm just going to go up here and grab my double points, and then we're going to run down and turn on the washo machine. It's quite an easy achievement to get this 75G. If you do it on solo, obviously follow it how I'm doing it now. Obviously I've turned the washing machine on by this point. Apologies, skipped ahead there and got rid of the zombies all out of the way. And there you go, the first part of the uniforms. Now I'm going to work my way to the second part now. Now I'm going to go down to the docks. If you're doing this cooperatively, I would probably suggest getting the docks over and done with. What I will say is, well, you need 2 people. On solo, as you can see that I'm showing you here, you can do it with just the 1 person. On cooperative play, you need 2 people, so make sure that you have a second person go in the cage with you before you zap the gate. It is possible to reopen the gate if you close it by accident, because basically when you zap the voltmeter, 1 gate closes, the other gate opens. Now if you go back into your body in order to get the gas tanks, you've locked yourself in there, and then you'll need someone else to go into Afterlife for you, levitate over the top of the gate, and then zap the panel again in order to let you out. So to save all that hassle of wasting an extra afterlife and so on and so forth, go in with 2 people. 1 person goes into Afterlife, zaps the voltmeter, while the other person runs in and grabs the tanks. And you'll see what I mean in a second when I've done turning on Electroteri and activating the gondola. Gondola's quickest way to get down to the docks. If you manage to build up enough points, then I will probably recommend going down through the Citadel tunnels, because those doors are quite expensive and there's a lot of them. I believe the cheapest door being 1500 and then a couple of them being 2000. So other than that, quickest way and cheapest way down is the gondola. Okay, so we're making it down to the docks now, and the gas tanks are located down to the bottom of these stairs just here. I do believe I screwed this up the first time round, because as you go in, you put yourself into Afterlife. Now don't do what I did here, because I continuously tapped the right trigger, constantly tapped it, and it didn't work because the gate wouldn't stay open. Press and hold the right trigger for about 4 or 5 seconds, and that should give it enough power to hold the gate open constantly, and you'll be able to get the oxygen tanks that you need in order to build the plane. So now with 2 players, this is a lot easier. This is what I'm on about, because as soon as you open that, there you go, that gate's open, and you might get a quick glimpse as I grab the tanks. For solo, both gates stay open. However, on cooperative play, when you zap the thing, when you zap the vault, when you zap the panel, 1 gate closes, 1 gate opens, which can trap your teammate or both of you if you're in there. Sorry, if you're in there on your own, even, it can trap you in there, and it's not very nice considering zombies spawn from either side of the fence. You kind of get pinned in very quickly and you are guaranteed certain death. So work together on that one. If not, just follow it through on solo if you want to get the achievement nice and easy. Now I need to build up some points here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to speed ahead, and because I can't afford to open the door, and I'm going to kill some zombies, build up some points, grab another gun and open up the door, and I'll show you the next part you need to do in order to gain your third part of the plane. Okay, so here we are, we're back again, and I've managed to build up some points to open the door. So once you go through this door, hit the afterlife button straight away, and we'll go into afterlife and disable these. Now what these do is they turn off an electric fence basically that's in the warden's office. If you want to find where they are, just follow the blue lines that you just saw on the floor and they'll lead you up to the control panels. Once you zapped all three of them, that will then disable the electric fence up in the warden's office, which then will allow you to use the warden's key and unlock the door for you. So that is the next part that you will need to do. Now I'm starting to kill off all these zombies again because yet again I am lacking in points, and therefore I've got to build these up in order to get to the next area. So again I will speed things up for you here, and we'll move on to the next part. Okay, so we're back again, and I'm currently at the top of the spiral stairs or the spiral, whatever you want to call it, in the Citadel tunnels. And you want to put yourself into afterlife, and as you can see on the left hand side there's numbers written all the way down. And that comes in handy for this part because obviously you need to put them in here. Now for anyone that's about to do this part, make sure if you're doing it on solo, make sure you unlock the panel before you actually go and put yourself into afterlife, otherwise you waste yourselves an afterlife and you kind of make yourselves look a little bit silly, and it doesn't really help. So once you've done that, then you'll hear a load of flickering of the numbers and then there will be a 60-second timer in order for you to work your way down the spiral and go and grab the rigging, which is a load of ropes and pipes at the very bottom. If you just follow the lead here, it'll direct you to where you need to go. Push and hold X on the first gate to open that gate and grab yourself your parts. Now there is a bonus to solo, which I'll quickly mention here, unlike cooperative, while I wait for the zombie to come round so I don't get stuck. The bonus from solo to cooperative, obviously if you're playing cooperative you've got 2, 3 or 4 players, which can help you obviously grab other parts and carry them up to the plane and build them. On solo it would be a bit of a lengthy haul if you had to go and grab 5 different parts individually, take them all the way up from the roof, blah blah blah. Takes a pain in the backside. However, on solo you can actually pick up all 5 parts, so you don't have to go running around back and forth from the plane. You can literally work your way around, build the points, grab the parts and take them all up at once and build the plane all at one given time. Now I'm heading up to the warden's office here. Now earlier on I mentioned about zapping the electric panels down by the docks to shut off the electric gate. This is what I'm going to show you where it is now. This is the warden's office, and you have to go into afterlife in order to open up the warden's office. And once you get up on this balcony, third time lucky, you want to head to the right and then take a left through this next portal and follow the corridor around to that panel, zap that, and then work your way back down and round. Now to make the most of your afterlife, I do start to revive myself, but I stop. Work your way through to the warden's office and turn on sleight of hand. Now this is obviously if you're going to be going for high rounds as well, not just doing the achievement solely on its own. But for the benefit of this video I did it anyway, so on and so forth. So that's the fence there. Now if you don't do the panels at the bottom, then that will all be electrified, and every time you touch it, it will do damage to you, it will hurt you, and if you hit it twice without Juggernaut, it will take you down. So definitely make sure you turn off the electric panels first before you try opening the gate, because it won't work. Now you want to work your way up to the roof. This is where the 5th and final part is. You want to work your way all the way through, around here, and we'll go and put all the plane parts on. Now it's obviously handy to make sure you've got an afterlife as well, because you need an afterlife in order to open up the roof door, and you have to do it from outside the door, which is a bit backwards. So I'm going to go into afterlife here, and I'll just show you with I actually spawned right by the portal, I believe, here. So this is kind of the corridor that we walk through to get to way 3. You need to go through this way. Just press and hold A and you'll climb yourself up, and then zap that panel there, and that opens the door, allowing you access to the roof. Once you've done that, then up you pop, go on there, and there's the rigging, the main bake of the rigging. Press and hold X and all 5 parts will be applied to it once, again solo only, not cooperative, and you can jump on the plane. Now the plane will eventually launch off, you'll fly over, and you'll unfortunately crash into the Golden Gate Bridge. Once you crash and you actually land flat on your face, which should kill you, but the amazing world of gaming, you survive. You should then have an achievement pop on your screen. It won't do it on mine because I've already done this achievement, but you will get a 75G achievement called No One Escapes Alive. Bosh. So that is the achievement guide done there for No One Escapes Alive. I hope this video has helped you guys out. Excuse me. And as I say, don't forget to hit the like button if it's helped. Leave a comment if you choose to, and also hit the subscribe button, guys. Thanks for watching. I'm Grimscreed, and I'm out.